Alrighty, we are live. Good evening, salutations. Welcome to the Loreverse Live Podcast. It's your boy Stevie Hayes, joined by Carter. What's up, dog? How are you today?
What's up?
You know
How
what?
we
Let
doing?
me change the background color because we're not here to talk about lanterns. All right, hold on. Where's my remote at, bro? I gotta change it to red for
Yeah,
Spider Man.
change it to red.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Gotta change to red, man, because it's Spider Man coming out tomorrow. I don't have a color to signify Dune, sadly. But we are lit, man. It's just gonna be a great time. So
Loki, you could make it orange for Dune.
yeah, for the sand or whatever. Yeah, you're right. Wait, do I even have orange on here? I don't think I have orange on here, bro. I have red, green, blue. Yeah, I don't got orange. But
LEDs.
I don't think I have it no. But we have a filled docket for you guys today, man. We're gonna be talking about a lot, but obviously we're going to start with Spider-Man Brand New Day. So they did something different this time around. So instead of just dropping one trailer, what ended up happening was Tom Holland dropped this video announcement saying that, like, we are doing what's never been done before. You know how these advertisements go. And so they dropped a bunch of clips with no context. That is going to be in the trailer. I don't even think they dropped the full trailer in there, obviously, but they dropped us a bunch of clips. Wait, why is Dallas here today? Why are you here?
My schedule changed for work. I asked
Okay.
them to change my Tuesdays.
Well, here we go. So they dropped a bunch of shots from Spider-Man Brand New Day. And so we're going to go through a few of these shots. They dropped some new shots that we didn't talk about. So Carter, if I miss, because I don't have the Punisher shot in here when he gets hit by the car, and I don't have the free fall one. So if I miss some, can you just talk about them if I don't
Yeah,
bring it up? All right.
yeah.
So we're going to get to, well, first off, before we even get into this, Carter, obviously you're the Spider-Man guy. You're the one that reads like 5 to 10,000 Spider-Man comic runs at one time. He's your favorite superhero. How has your day been seeing all of the Spider-Man stuff?
Bro, when I tell you, like, when I first saw all this stuff, bro, like, I genuinely shed a tear. Like, I had one tear going down my cheek when all this was happening. Like, I was, like, when I tell you, like, we witnessed peak, and it's even better because we get Invincible tomorrow. So, like, bro, this week's gonna be elite. But nah, I mean, it definitely builds up to the hype. Like, I see a lot of people are just like, bro, just drop the whole trailer. Like, no, like, this is helping build hype for the trailer for the movie. Like, this, to be honest with you, this is W marketing by Destin and everybody. Like, this is great marketing for it. Like, we're seeing like little bitty things, and we don't have any context behind anything that's actually happening. Like, this is incredible marketing going forward. And yeah, I'm so excited. This has got me even more excited for the movie. Like, I wish the movie was coming out like tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree. And I think the clips thing is very, very interesting. I don't think they should do this for like a doomsday. You know what I mean? Like, don't give us a bunch of
Yeah.
clips for doomsday because I might crash out. I'm not gonna
Like,
lie.
Doomsday already has like enough hype like
Yeah.
built up around it. Spider-Man, like, it needed this because it was like looked at as like a back burner for Doomsday. And it's like it needed something that would give it this type of hype going into the trailer.
Yeah, and it also is very interesting because we saw a variation of it with the Avengers Doomsday marketing where instead of giving us like a bunch of 1 second trailers, they did like 4 or 5 separate ones, giving us, 5 different character studies on like what's going on. So it's interesting to see how they're like, changing it. And I best believe we are going to see more trends of this happening. But I don't think this strategy works with every project.
No.
Like this could work with a Batman because he's that popular, but you wouldn't do that with like a Superman movie or with like something like that. You know what I mean? Because like I think those like Spider-Man's already sold to fans. Like Spider-Man's already going to make its money. He's one of the most popular characters of all time. Top two most popular character of all time. So you don't really have to do much other than show us, like even if it's bad, it's going to make money. That's just how Spider-Man is. Like even the
Yeah.
worst Spider-Man films have made over 700 million bucks. So, and I expected to be the same. So Dallas, how did you feel about the Spider-Man clip drops? Did you see them? And just how do you feel about the Spider-Man dropping tomorrow.
It's I'm not like as glazed out about it as you guys are. Because geez Louise, y'all are like on your knees for this. But they good shots. I mean, it wasn't like I mean, I don't know. This Spider-Man movie, I want to see just something different. And so far, like from the shots I've seen, it's something different. But I'm just tired of the old Spider-Man movies, like the Tom Holland. Like after rewatching them, like I rewatched them recently, and I'm just like these are low key kind of like mid. Like I want like excite. Like I need like an exciting Peter. Like he needs to be in the mask the whole time. And for what I'm seeing, these shots are promising, very promising. So I'm excited a little bit, but not glazed out about it.
Yeah, nah, they are definitely landing on the like these shots are peak. I'm not gonna lie, these shots are fire. The one where you can see his eye
Inside the
inside the
mask.
Spider-Man mask, that one was fire. Yeah, I was just
Y'all
like,
are
wow.
y'all.
I was like, wow, like they are cooking, bro. All right, so let's take a look at some shots here. So I want to take a look at this first one. And it's funny, Carter, because we saw this in the league actually.
Hmm.
But it was more lighter than this though, right? Like it wasn't the
Yeah.
same color grading. And there was a scene of like originally in the leaked one of Spider-Man like uh webbing up like a building or something. Um, this shot is dope though. This shot is fire. Now the rumor that is swirling around this shot, guys, is that apparently this is Spider-Man saving people from the void. Um, do you now question because what because apparently what's going to happen is like there's going to be like an opening montage, right, where we see the first like where we see the 4 to 5 year gap that's happened with Spider-Man, and in that gap we're going to see a scene of him like trying to dodge the void, but then he gets like caught up in it. Do you guys think that would be interesting? Because I'm pretty sure because like a lot of fans did complain about like, yo, what did Spider-Man do during the events of Thunderbolts in New York? Like, do you think that would be a like cool small little beat to have?
Low key, if that if they actually had that in the movie, like it sounds funny, but like at the same time, that's gonna be like actually kind of wild. Like I wonder, are we gonna see Uncle Ben then if he gets caught in the void, or like are we just gonna see a rerun of like
I
what
don't think we
happened
would see him in the
on the way
void.
home?
I just think that we would maybe see him get like saving people from the void. You know what I mean? He'll be trying to like maybe like get that person away from, the blackness that was like taking over the whole entire city. God,
Hey yo, oh nah,
the blackness of the void, not black people. The blackness of the void. Okay, I know y'all trying to troll,
Well.
but yeah. So, but nah, I mean, I think that would be a cool beat. Like a lot of fans did ask about it. They were like, "Yo, like what was going on in the void?" It'll be a cool thing, whatever. And also, it is a direct copy of the Amazing Fantasy like issue 15 and the official introduction of Spider-Man. By the way, guys, he had small eyes, so just let you know, just to let you guys know, Spider-Man having big eyes came later, which makes it trash. This is the original Spider-Man.
what? No, no,
Spider-Man
no.
with big
You
eyes
just
is
no,
terrible.
no, no. You just hate the TASM 2 suit. That's the only reason why you're saying this.
I've never been a fan of Spider-Man large eyes. Just saying,
Tripping,
I've been a fan.
tripping,
I can deal with them in comics because they look cooler, but live action has never worked well. He looks like a
tweaking,
mosquito. Just being honest.
tweaking.
Garfield suit's stupid. Okay,
I'll take.
now next scene here, and I wish I could play the video, but we'll get copyrighted because Sony, they are, yeah, they be drawing. So the next image we see Spider-Man in this suit, and in the actual clip, he is like you can tell he's trying to hold something back, and then there's like a weird cut, and he gets launched over. A lot of people think that that's the Hulk. That's what I think. I think the shot is dope. Again, the cinematography is awesome. I also love how they didn't put a layer of CGI like over him because they usually do that with Spider-Man, and I like how they're trying to make it like a little more rough, and like a little more like just make the suit shine a little more. But I do think the mask is CGI. I can't tell if it is not. But how did y'all see that shot where he just went like flying over like a building, like he just got launched?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out like who out of like everyone that they have like talked about is going to be in this movie. Like, could he possibly have been like could have been dragging him like that?
Has to be the
Like,
Hulk.
Just said, bro.
but
The
no,
only
but it's like
reasonable person would be the Hulk.
No, but he's like literally like
Or Jean Grey.
no. There's no shot. Like no. That may have been the worst take I've ever heard in my life. Like the worst take.
All right.
But not because I mean like the only person I could like really think of, I guess, besides Hawk would be like Punisher. Like he's probably just like in some type of like armored thing or something like that. Like because I mean they said that he's supposed to be getting like a War Machine suit, possibly, right?
It's a rumor, yeah. Because through what's call it? What's the organization that Tony Stark had founded? Damage Control, yeah.
Yeah, the DODC.
Yeah.
So I mean, if that's the case, then it could be him because I mean, like we did see the one scene earlier that they put out of him outright just ramming Spider-Man.
Yo, also just thinking about that, do you think Marvel was throwing shots at Zack Snyder with that, bro?
With what?
So the whole entire premise of like Batman versus Superman is like Batman trying to tell Superman that like he doesn't care about like casualties, and then Marvel just drops like Spider-Man Homecoming, which is all about like having a damage control, which kind of just like cooks the whole entire plot of like BVS.
I don't think so.
Funded his own damage control. You know what I mean?
Really doing a stretch there. Huh?
Well, yeah, I'm about to say because if you like really look at it, like, what does Marvel have to do this for?
I mean, bro, they literally, bro, these people are petty, bro. You'll be surprised.
Bro,
You'll be surprised.
I don't think I would.
But like, it just doesn't. It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, I think it's a shot, but all right, next shot here. But yeah, the number one, it's definitely the Hawk, bro. There's no way. It's definitely Hawk. All right, next.
Why couldn't it be Jean Grey? Like, why is that such an atrocious thing?
Just because of the fact that like, why like she like her pulling Spider-Man and like his webs and everything like that just doesn't make sense. Like,
what?
It doesn't at all.
Okay, so I would say if it was Jean Grey, he would have easily been able just to pull her by body weight because she technically doesn't have super strength. She has like a telekinesis type of power. So I mean, she would be able to use her first to throw him via her telekinesis or whatever you want to call it, matter manipulation or whatever. So
which is my point.
If she had telekinesis, wouldn't she would have?
But then if she summons the Phoenix Force, then we will see like fire around Peter. You know what I mean?
No, I'm saying wouldn't she be able to pull him to her as well with telekinesis?
Yeah, she could. But
why is he swinging a web at that point then? Like that's just
because he's trying to like hold his ground. Like he's trying to like latch onto stuff around him.
But what is he latching on? Why would he latch onto something he's getting pulled towards?
Because he's trying to pull. No, because like I understand where he's coming from. Because what if Jean just like she just became the Phoenix Force? She like starts flying away, and Peter grabs her to try to like bring her back to bring her back to herself, and she just like throws him across like New York. Like I could see it, but I think it's the Hawk though. I think it makes more sense that it's gonna be the Hawk, in my opinion. I feel like the Hawk will be more prone to throw him. Would have been fire if they had like a Hawk scream or something in there, but we'll have to see what happens.
Wait, did you in that scene was there like a what's it called? Did they like did you like listen to like the like sound of it like fully?
Yeah, I didn't hear anything because there's like a quick like camera cut like right when he gets thrown. It's weird.
Marvel. Where is it at? Wait, did they drop another one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they dropped like 2 more. Hey, turn it down, man, before we get flagged.
I'm trying to. Y'all can keep going. I'm trying to look at it.
I bet it. All right, Dallas. Oh, there we go. Here is a new one. Here's a new look at Tom Holland and Spider-Man. This is simple. I think he's looking at like a police radar. He puts on his mask. Just another like cool aura farmer shot. You know how it goes. But Dallas, it looks like your wish is going to be. Hey, Carter, turn it on mute, bro. We will get flagged. But Dallas, it looks like you are getting your wish, bro. The mask will be on.
Yeah. 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 I mean, it's about time. I'm looking tired of seeing Tom Holland's face. I'm not gonna lie.
For real.
As Spider Man, as Peter Parker. Yeah, I'm tired of it. I saw too much of it. The movies, like rewatching the movies, they really didn't even feel like superhero movies, low key. If I'm being honest, they
No
felt
Way
like
Home
they
did
felt
not.
like I was watching that one. That one felt like a superhero movie. The other two didn't. Like I felt like I was watching like a high school movie with a guy that had powers.
I,
It didn't feel like a superhero movie specifically.
I could hear. I could understand where you're coming in regards to Spider-Man: Homecoming, but that end battle in Far From Home when he fought all of the bots, I thought that was fire. I'm not gonna lie, that end battle was
I'm not
peak.
gonna lie, that fight was kind of lame. I'm not even gonna hold you.
What? Nah, bro.
The
That end,
bots didn't feel like that much of a threat. Like I'm not even gonna hold you.
Or Stevie, we're forgetting this dude put No Way Home at like his like bottom like 5 all-time Spider-Man movies.
really? You did, bro? In your ranking?
No, what is he talking about? Yo, Carter's just been like trying to slander my name. I don't get it.
No, like I'm dead serious. You literally put No
When
Way
did I
Home
do
as,
that?
like, one of like the worst movies
When?
when we did the Spider-Man rankings.
Bro, I think you're mixing me up with like Kyler or something, bro. 'Cause that's
No,
like,
you and Brendan were literally agreeing with each other for once in your
No,
life.
we were not.
about this.
When have you ever seen me and Brendan agree on anything? First of all, that's how I know you
Literally
just making
agreed.
stuff up.
We can run back the tapes.
Go and run back the tape. Go and run back the tape.
That's too much time. Okay. Next, another shot. Okay, here's another shot where Peter is like sick or something, and bro passes out. This is where, and by the way, just to make sure, in this scene, right, or in this shot right here, apparently this is organic webbing. Just letting you guys know that. So these aren't made up webs now. These webs are coming out of him. So a lot of people think that because the theory is that the rumor is that the story is about a part of the story is about Peter Parker becoming a actual spider, and so this is why he's sick. And then he just apparently in the scene he passes out, and he might jump into like a web cocoon and start becoming a spider on some weird type time. So we'll have to see what happens there. But also, this can't be his crib, right?
Nah, they
if
did
it is,
dirty.
if it is, bro was really down bad. I feel like this might be his like lair where he like hangs out to be Spider-Man. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like it's where like he might have all of his tech and stuff hidden like underground or something. But if this is his crib, bro, he's kind of cooked, bro. And we really got the poor Spider-Man back, bro, for real. And then another scene or another shot we got of MJ and Peter. I saw that a lot of fans were mad at this. A lot of people were mad at this shot of MJ and Peter, mostly because a lot of people were saying like, "Yo, like I was expecting them to like unite at the end of the movie. I really wanted to get just straight up, straight up Spider-Man." I don't think that this shot is in the beginning of the film. It's my opinion. I think this is a scene where like Spider-Man saved her from something. She maybe got caught up in some mess. I don't really think it's gonna be like a crazy like come to Jesus moment of like, oh, like it's been you all along, Peter. You know what I mean? What do you guys think about this shot?
Loki don't want to see her.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I agree with Dallas. I low-key don't want to see her, at least with Peter. Like, to be honest, she's fine being a side character, but like, I don't want to see her with Peter. Like, can we get like an actual like Mary Jane or like an actual or like a Gwen Stacy? Like, I'm tired of sticking Michelle Jones. Like, get her out of here, bro.
So what if they just retcon and change her name to Mary Jane? And how would that feel?
That would low-key piss me off. Like, if we're being real here, that would piss me off.
Why?
Because, bro, like she's not Mary Jane. She's been Michelle Jones this whole time for the first 3 movies. Why are we trying to fix John Watts' mistake by doing that?
Because
like,
John Watts sucks.
No, but bro, we're not in a second multiversal type time, bro. Like,
yes, we are. We don't know what's happening.
Why, but like, what type of multiverse stuff is happening?
Theory, what?
I said, what type of multiversal stuff is happening in this movie?
You want to hear my theories?
brother.
Here
There's no shot we're about to
Bro just
get.
wanted to say a theory, bro. You
Okay,
just wanted
okay,
to say
okay.
a
Number
say a
one,
theory.
number one, Carter, bro. You're oh my gosh, bro. You're acting crazy right now. If Jean Grey is in this movie, that's a multiversal connection right there.
But why are we
How did
connecting?
Jean Grey get there? Why is Jean Grey there? Like that's a question of itself. And do you really not think that after Doctor Strange pulled the thing that he pulled, that there's something weird going on?
I'm not gonna lie, Stevie,
All,
your take is actually terrible, but so is
all,
Carter's.
all I'm saying,
Um,
no. The Jean Grey take isn't bad, but all I'm saying is that the whole sticking Michelle Jones, changing her from Michelle Jones to Mary Jane, that's the stupidest thing you could do.
But you have to think about this though. But you got to think about it, right? Doctor Strange sets this spell that apparently tells the world or makes the world convince or it wipes the world's mind of everyone that knew that he was Peter Parker. After watching a movie like The Multiverse of Madness, where things fall to hell because he messes up spells all over again, do you really think that the spell went correct this time? I failed not to think so. And this is where, and shout out to the Geek Chronicles because he kind of opened my eyes to this, and I kind of came up with this new theory. So the theory that I had thought about at first was okay. So okay, so at first I thought that this was a branch timeline, but that just can't make sense. Where I'm going theory wise is what if this is a WandaVision situation to where like Wanda basically took the entire town of Westview and turned it into what she wanted. When you think of the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, there's mixtures of different things. And when you looked in the sky, there was Rhino and all these different characters coming into that were about to enter in the MCU because these are people that knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. Do you really think that, do you really think that and this isn't to boost like MJ, like I don't really care. Like obviously she's probably not going to be Mary Jane, but the question that I am posing to y'all is like, do you really think that like Doctor Strange casting that spell, that there's no repercussions that have affected Spider-Man's world from a multiversal standpoint, noting the fact that Spider-Man is probably not going to be in Avengers Doomsday? There has to be something weird going on with his world and with just New York in general. Something weird is happening. I just don't know what that is.
you just completely like changed everything. Like first,
I'm
we're
about to say
talking about
that completely neglected the fact that
Yeah, you
if
just
she
neglected
changed from
the entire
Michelle
argument.
Jones,
I just asked y'all a question, but like my argument wasn't about MJ becoming Michelle Jones, but to loop that in there, right? If Doctor Strange meddled with stuff, her identity
Well,
could be changed to Mary Jane because all of the weird twisting that has been going on with Peter's, with like the multiple Peter Parker's world, and her name
you just
could
wanted
be
to
Mary
say your
Jane.
theory.
You said what?
You just wanted to say your theory, bro. You just wanted to say your theory. It's okay. We get it. Let's.
yeah,
I want to circle back. I want to circle back. All right. Carter.
no. He just wanted to say his theory.
What's
Like,
so funny?
This was no.
Yo, did bro do all that just to say his theory, bro? Like
I
we
was
get
gonna
it.
say it anyway.
With anything else.
Yeah, we know. As you made it very apparent. Carter, circle back. There is no reason for the MCU to make MJ Mary Jane. Like they wouldn't waste their time with Doctor Strange messes up a spell, right? They would use that to bring in other stuff. They wouldn't waste their time to just to change MJ to Mary Jane. Like that would be a
Yes, they
complete
would.
waste of
Yeah,
space.
100%.
Number one,
100% they
oh
would.
my gosh, you are so wrong. But number one, right? That's number one. Number two, I don't want to see MJ personally. I don't even need to see her as a side character. You have Hulk, you have Punisher, you have Jean Grey, you have all these other villains and characters, and you're giving me like too much. You're giving me MJ. Like I don't even need to see her on the screen. I don't need to see her. I don't really need to see Ned. If anything, it's just it's sad because now they're not friends with Peter anymore. Give me 3 seconds of that and I'm good. Why do I need to see them? What possible purpose could they provide?
Low key.
because-
Hold on, time. Low key. We just see Doctor Strange for like the first like 5 seconds. Just throw her in like one of those portals.
Yeah. I don't need to see her. And like,
Also,
for
Captain
the MCU to
America
waste,
has to do
y'all
something
sound
different.
dumb, bro. Like y'all act like
No,
in a
you sound
superhero
dumb.
movie. Like no, but you act like in a superhero film, there's not a love interest. Like like this is Lois Lane
And
all
we're
over
saying-
again, bro. This is Lois Lane all over again.
And
Doctor
we're
Strange.
saying, bro,
Oh, go on,
and
go on,
we're,
go on.
and we're saying that we don't want Michelle Jones. We want either Mary Jane or Gwen Stacy. Like, we're perfectly fine with a love interest. We just don't want freaking Zendaya.
But No Way Home basically told us that she's basically a variant of that character. Like
Nobody
that,
cares.
like, she's basically his Mary Jane. Like that's basically.
They
what-
would not waste their time changing
I
her
wouldn't
name. That's what I'm trying
mind-
to say.
Now, I would not mind if he did have a new love interest of a Gwen Stacy, but it looks like they're skipping over his college years. So, I mean, at this point, who knows what's going on between these two? But obviously, in this picture, he's obviously still crooning for her. So,
Stevie,
Yeah, and he
what
needs
would
to
they
give it up.
gain? What would they gain from changing? And that's like the purpose that you're missing. The point that you're missing. What would they gain from changing MJ to Mary Jane? What would they gain? They save a few dollars as to not hire another actress. What would they gain?
from changing her name to fans
MJ
that
to
cry
Mary Jane.
about fans that cry about her name being Michelle Jones. And
Okay, but she's still the same character at the end of the day. It's just a name change.
and trying to make his Earth accurate. But I mean, there's a few questions that I have here. Like, is there a Harry Osborn? Like, there's other questions that I have in regards to Spider-Man's world. But I was just posing a question, and then I just started getting cooked. But it's fine.
Rightfully so.
That was just,
You had
I
every
agree.
right to.
All I asked was, what if they retconned to Mary Jane? That's all I asked. I didn't say I wanted it. I didn't
Bro,
say
you
I
dumped
cared.
your own question at the end of your question. You really was like, but that doesn't really matter. My
Wait,
theory.
Come on. Dallas. Let's go back to this main point. He only did this just to post a theory. That's it.
Yes, bro. They say it's theory, bro.
It's
That's
called
it. That's what we
yes,
do.
bro. This is a podcast, bro. This is what we do. I'm
No,
the king
this
of
is
theory,
you do.
bro.
What's his theory?
Huh?
Huh?
I said he didn't want to
His
do nothing
theory.
else but post a theory.
I'm
Bro,
the
bro.
king of theories. This is what I do. All
You
right.
call this the theory verse, bro.
All right, let's hit some chats. What's up, guys? What's up? Is this the full pod or just Spider-Man? I don't know what that means.
Like, is he saying, like, are we doing like a full podcast or are we only talking about
Oh yeah,
Spider-Man?
we are doing a full pod, bro. We have a full pod, full docket. Oh yeah, I agree with Carter. Making her Michelle Jones was absolutely stupid. And if they retcon her to Mary Jane, it just shows it was a dumb decision. And what would be wrong with that? Like, that's just my question. Dallas, what you're not realizing is that changing her to Mary Jane's is that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, no, like it would just make it more accurate for
It
Spider-Man.
would just be pointless. That's the point.
Maybe
Almighty, it would just be
to you.
pointless.
Here's an example. It's revealed that Michelle Jones is a nickname she used because Mary Jane was given by her. See, there we go. Boom. So she will. I'm telling you, her name will be. Hold on.
That would be so brain dead, bro.
And they have the perfect setup. Why? Because her memory is wiped. So Peter is going to say legit to her. He's going to say, "Hi, I'm Spider-Man," and she's legit going to say, "I'm Mary Jane," and it's going to be fine because her nickname was. It's easy money.
No,
right there.
no, it's not.
Thank
No,
you,
it's
Hugger
not.
Money.
No,
Thank
it's
you,
not.
Hugger
No,
Her
it's
name
not.
was
No, it's
always
not.
Mary Jane. Hugger
Stevie,
Money, you just cooked.
Stevie,
You just cooked.
Bro,
You just
whatever
cooked.
rage bait y'all are doing is working.
You just
Because
cooked.
no, shut up. Because whatever he just no. If they do that in the movie, that's gonna piss me off beyond belief.
That's not worth you getting angry, bro.
No, yes it is.
If
Bro.
it's not worth us being angry, then it's not worth them changing.
Yes, it is. Okay, Dallas.
No,
is-
it's not. You just proved my point because you opened your big mouth to start talking. If it's not worth us being angry about, it's not worth them changing. Just keep it the same or hire a new actor.
be
You
honest,
literally
bro.
just proved my point. Every time you speak, you prove my point.
Yo, you don't care about Spider-Man that much, bro. Actually, no. The W rage bait.
Don't piss me off, bro. Don't piss me off.
I'm not getting you.
That's rage bait.
Okay. Dallas is not the same character at the end of the day. Don't compare real life Zendaya to a character. MJ is a model, popular, etc. Michelle
Who
Jones
brought up Zendaya?
in the movies.
I didn't even bring up Zendaya. That was Carter. First of all,
Maybe,
fact check.
yeah.
Second of all, nobody cares if it's Zendaya.
Yo, Hunger Money, you're right. He did say that. And here's the thing: at the end of the look now with the memory wipe, she might be new, man. This might be a new woman. Like we don't know what we're going to see, man.
Bro, she got her memory wiped from knowing Peter Parker. Oh my gosh, Stevie.
Things
Stevie, you're actually riding the brain dead wave right now.
chill,
Like,
chill, guys.
You're losing your brain cells every time you speak.
Yo, these
I used to have respect for you. I used to have respect, man. I'm starting to lose it. I got lost.
Time out. What'd you just call us?
Did you call us Chud? That's 3.1% respect right there. Bro, you're just losing it, man.
Dollars, you kept singing around me, so now it's stuck in my head the word chud. All right, so let's get into were there any other shots, Carter, from Spider? Oh, the freaking Punisher crashing into Spider-Man. Yeah. That's also a freaking wild scene as well. Wait, he said, wait, I'm confused. I thought Carter was on the side of changing her name. He is not on the side of changing her name to Mary Jane.
See, that's how I know you weren't paying attention.
Even though it doesn't matter, bro.
I knew that's how I know it was racist. Because you did all that talking, you did all that gapping, and you didn't even know who was
right. Her name should be changed to Mary Jane. It wouldn't like it literally could be the easiest thing. But these people, right, they don't have an open mind. You know,
you just invalidated your own point by asking what the point was. Like, bro, come on.
Yes, I'm moving the goalposts for sure, but it's fine. Okay,
this is 100% arguing with like.
Wait, Dallas. Hold on, time out. No. This all started. No, because I'm not getting past this. Like, no.
Bro, why are you dying on a hill for Mary Jane, bro? It's not
I'm
worth
not even talking about that right now. I'm talking about the fact that you did all this just to pose a theory.
You put our friendship at risk because you want to talk about a theory.
Just to talk about a single theory.
It was a good theory, huh? All right, okay.
No.
Okay, so the next shot that you guys keep running away from for some reason is the Punisher hitting Spider-Man with the car.
I ain't running away.
Do you think he's not working for damage control, right?
Nah, there's no shot.
Yeah. Now, the rumor going around is that he's like trying to like protect this Jean Grey character, and maybe he's stepping in because like Spider-Man is involved, with her to an extent. And could she be a love interest?
Wait. Hold on. Just a thought. Don't cook me for it if I sound crazy. Just a thought. But
here we go.
Hold on. So basically, what if in the Punisher special, we see something like basically like Punisher ends up getting taken to jail or something at the end of it, and basically, the guy that Tremel Tillman is playing, he basically pulls like a Cecil in Invincible, and he's like, you know what? You work for the DODC, I'll let you get out. What if it's like one of those deals?
And so now to give context, I mean, the Punisher special will be right after he escapes Kingpin. So my guess is that he's probably fighting off a bunch of Kingpin's guys, and you think Kingpin puts him back in jail?
And here's the thing, yeah, because we know when Punisher's in jail from the original Daredevil show, we know that when Punisher's in jail, he doesn't try and fight it. Like he just stays.
Well, he wasn't in jail. He was in like some like animal containment that Kingpin had in his freaking basement.
No, I'm talking about in the original Daredevil show.
Oh, in the original show. Okay, my bad.
Like he doesn't try and fight it. Like he doesn't try and escape like how Bullseye was trying to do. Like he just straight up is like, you know what? Like it is what it is. Like if anyone tries to run up on me, like they know what's up. Like, but like I wonder if it was one of those deals where he was just like, you know what? Nah, like you can get out, but you just gotta work for me type deal. Like
I can see that. And if he poses Spider-Man to be a real threat, then boom, there we go.
Yeah. Especially if he pose, because he could definitely pose Jean Grey to be a threat.
Yeah. And what if like
maybe Spider-Man's trying to protect Jean Grey from Punisher? That would make more sense than Punisher trying to protect Jean Grey from Spider-Man.
That would be also true, because we see in one of the clips that she's like setting stuff on fire. So what if the Punisher is trying to like shoot her in the head? That would be kind of insane, bro. If he's trying to just murder her over and over and over. Okay. You guys think the Punisher will cause the Banner to Hulk out? I think there's a lot of things that could cause the Hulk out, because there's multiple villains around. I mean, there's Tombstone, there's Scorpion. There's a lot of like bad guys around, so who knows?
I think Jean Grey is what's going to cause him to Hulk out.
Yeah, like maybe Frank is about to shoot him because of how dangerous he is, and then Banner says, "You won't like it when I get angry."
Oh nah.
And Punisher looks up. He's like, "Oh crap! Yeah, that'd be crazy."
Bro, He definitely cosplayed this.
That would be yo, and yo, it would be funny the Hulk just punches the Punisher and he just like dies on command. But I mean, oh, someone had just commented on TikTok in all caps. Imagine Bernthal psyching Banner up. Is that a thing that like all you guys think? Like, do you guys think that basically like the Punisher is going to rage bait Bruce into hogging out?
I think it's Jean Grey. I think she's gonna play with his mind or something.
Yeah, I think it's her too. Either that or I mean, because they're saying it's possibly Greyhawk. So like, if it's Greyhawk, I can see like Bruce Banner trying to. Like, I mean, but like green or gray, like I can see Bruce Banner probably like trying to like make like some sort of like serum and it like failed horribly, and like that's why he is the way he is. Then
theory. Okay. Spider-Man is turning into the Spider, right? That's part of the theory, right? He goes to Hulk to try to help him out, like to get him.
That's the rumor. Yep.
Right, and then somehow, like him bringing Jean Grey along with him to keep her safe from Punisher. Somehow, Jean Grey is still maybe Jean Grey's in a phase where she's trying to figure out her powers and everything, and somehow she gets into like an altercation with Hulk, and she like starts with Banner. She starts like playing with his mind. He just loses. He just freaks out.
Yeah, but the only thing is like it looks like that's her in that trailer that's causing all the mayhem. And Dead and Nerd said, or someone on there that said, like, what if she's like trying to contact her, like under her, like the Earth that she came from? I don't know, man. There's just a lot. I don't know. The trailer tomorrow will have more answers, but I feel like there's a lot going on, man, that we just didn't see. This trailer better be like 3 minutes long, bro. Like, I need a full 3-minute trailer, man, because I feel like there's so much happening here. But all in all, great trailer. Also the shot of him free falling, that was also cool, where they were talking about a spider, which I think he's doing research on him becoming a spider while he's solving crime. I know Marvel will likely not recast Tom Holland Spidey, but if they were to do, you guys want to hear a cool idea on how they could do it? Sure. Sure. Okay, now let's get to the next topic here. And look, I know you guys want to talk superheroes, but don't worry, that's gonna be our. Oh wait, I want to show some tweets.
There's still one more, I'm pretty sure.
One more shot. What is the last shot?
Hold on, I'm about to look. So I've been sending them like all day. There's a one with a masked man or a masked individual. And then there's another one of Spider-Man getting shot by a tank.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Was that when he was slinging in the city? I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the fire. Okay, now we're gonna read some tweets and let's react to what some people are saying online. Okay, let me share my screen here. Okay, now let's look at this tweet here. This person said, make sure the sound's off. Okay, he said, real DC fans coiled up in a ball with tears foaming because they know that their mediocre DCU doesn't have a prayer of matching hype and interest of what Marvel is bringing. Super Slop 25 and Super Drunk Girl and Crypto, the cartoon peeing dog, don't really get it done. That's so petty, bro. How do you guys feel about that tweet?
I mean, yeah, they're definitely got a point there. I will say.
Yo, look at this. Shut the F. Oh my god, they started Conquer. Shut the F up and get a job.
I mean, he kind of proved his point by all the people in the comments. But I don't like how he's making fun of Supergirl. That's just not okay. I won't stand for it, and I won't have it. So.
Yo, I'm crying, bro. Okay, next one.
Can we kick him, please?
This is by Everything DCU. I find it hypocritical how people will say this looks good, but in the same breath criticize Supergirl and Lanterns for looking dull. Just me, I guess. And so what Everything DCU is saying is that Spider-Man looks dull. Anybody want to respond to that?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Who was it? It was My Time to Shine, bro. She was like tweeting all day, every single time a clip dropped, saying, bro, like, this looks horrible. Like, she was saying all these bad things about it. I'm like, brother, this looks peak. Like, I'm like, you're telling me that you don't look at this and like you don't get excited, like you don't shed a tear watching this stuff? Like,
bro, their job is to hate, bro. That like,
Alright, bro.
yeah, but no, but their job, but so then the nerds he talked about, he said apparently something happened behind the scenes with them and Marvel, and like ever since then, a lot of those leakers have a lot of like ill will, and he feels like a lot of them like trying to like rage bait a lot of like fans and stuff like that.
So as
So
an unbiased individual, right? I will say there was nothing peak about those Spider-Man shots. It didn't make me shed a tear. They were nice shots. That was all. Got us a little hype for what's coming up. Got us some speculation. There's nothing peak about it. Did not make me shed a tear. But I also don't understand. I also don't really see the criticism of the Green Lantern trailer. I think the Green Lantern trailer is exciting for what it is. I think people are going to cry because the suit's brown. They're going to cry about this and that. I think as a show,
It's
it
gotta be
looks
rage
good. It's not rage bait. As a show, it looks like it has some exciting premise. And the cast looks pretty good. They look like they're playing their roles well in the show immediately from the trailer. I think the trailer does everything their trailer is supposed to do, right? The Supergirl trailer, it showed us the movie it's going to be. Like the trailer did its job. It's going to be some indie coming of age film of a girl finding herself in her true power and bonding with people along the way and potentially meeting a force that makes her develop some other kind of personality and develop as a character. That's what it's going to be, and the trailer shows us that.
so you don't think
I don't really see the criticism either way.
so other than that yap, to answer the question, do you think that Supergirl and Lantern and Spider-Man all look dull? Like that's the question.
Do I think they all look dull?
Like does this shot look dull to you?
No, I think it just covers what it's supposed to do. If it's what you said it is of him saving people at the void, that's what it looked like at the time.
Okay,
If anything, that's more realistic than these bright, oversaturated colors that they often do for Superman. I mean, for Spider-Man.
now Dallas, while we're on
This is
trailers,
New
real
York,
quick-
bro.
now while we're on trailers real quick, and we're talking about Dune next. Dune 3, that trailer, that's how you do a trailer. Supergirl didn't do that. Supergirl didn't give the intensity that Dune 3 did. Nor
It
did
wasn't meant
Lantern,
to.
nor did
That's
Lantern,
why.
nor did
That's how I know you missed the point.
nor did Lanterns give the intensity. But my critique is that if you are showing us something that we have not seen in live action, either in a long time or something that is new to fandom, you should give us the most. Like there should be a level of intensity. That's how trailers always used to be. And there's been this weird change where they want to hide a bunch of stuff. And I understand, like the fandom has grown larger. A lot of fans are more knowledgeable. Like I get it, but at the same time, how do you expect the fans to get excited about Supergirl when she's just throwing a freaking string with a heater from a ship around in a circle? Like that's not marketing your character to show us that she's different and strong, and and that she's worth something. All we see
That's
is
not
that
what they were trying to market.
all we see exactly, and that's the issue. The like
Is it?
you keep telling me you keep telling me what they're trying to do, and I'm telling you that what they were trying to do was wrong, in my opinion. And even if you think about lanterns, which we are going to talk about, so don't go too fast. But with lanterns, it's like, do I think the show is going to be all bad? I don't. But the critique is the teaser, not the project. If you were giving us a show about Green Lanterns, the heart of Green Lantern lore is the intergalactic space. So why would you not show that in a teaser where Green Lantern has already had a bad rap? Like they shelved
Because
Green,
maybe
they legit shelved it for a decade, and then you give us this. Like that's not smart.
But even with that case, like you talked about, like you try to compare Dune and Supergirl and Lantern's trailer. You can't compare that. Dune already has hype behind it. Supergirl and Lanterns have zero hype behind it because, just like Stevie said, when we talk about the Lanterns, the first one, like the only Lanterns movie that ever came out, flopped horribly.
wait, who are you speaking to? Me or Steven?
I'm speaking to you.
I'm talking to you.
Wait, I didn't try to compare Dune and Supergirl. I didn't bring that up. That was Steven.
No, he was saying that I did.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. Who is he speaking to? I didn't know who he was speaking to.
No,
you literally did bring up Dune because you
No,
did.
No, I didn't, dude. That was Stevie. Stevie brought up Dune and how the two.
Yeah, I said, look. I said that Dune brought intensity. But Carter, you also make a great point. Dune does have hype, but they still are bringing like hella intensity, like they just like this is the first film, you know. And when it comes to Supergirl and freaking Lanterns, there's no type of intensity at all. Like that's the issue that I have. It isn't necessarily like, do I think the projects will be good or not, but it's like the first product that you're showing me is like there's no intensity. The stakes don't feel high. You know, it's just a couple of character reveals and the usual stuff, and not even the usual stuff, just a bunch of like character. I get drunk because I'm sad that my world got ended. Shots like that's not going to sell well.
Question: if they showed intensity in the trailer, and they didn't get into, and you don't get intensity in the movie, you're still going to be mad, right? Because they showed intensity in the trailer, and that's not what you got in the movie, correct?
But
you're going to be a little disappointed because you're like, that's not what the trailer showed me, right?
I would be disappointed.
Yes or no?
Yes, I would be mad.
Okay, then. So with that in mind, why do you want something that's not going to be there? We're not going to get the intensity that you're
because it's
Dune
called business and selling.
Dune is going to deliver. No, because either way you're going to cry about it. Either way, as a fan, you're going to cry about it. Dune is going to sell us what they're going to give us. That's a good thing about Dune because it does offer that intensity. It does offer that intrigue. It offers that. These movies, these trailers are showing us what they're going to offer us. That is what they're showing us. You can cry about it no matter how, like how much you want, but they're showing us what they're going to give us. Be happy that they're not lying to you.
I want to be lied to. I want to be.
No, you don't, because you just admitted to the fact that you don't. No. Don't backpedal now. Don't backpedal, because you just admitted to the fact that you don't want to be lied to.
No, but
that's why I prompted with that question.
But this is why you are thinking with like the brain of honesty. Like these brands are not going to be honest, bro. Like
they are, because they are being honest. And why are you saying they're not going to be honest?
No, but like let's just say, right? I don't think that Supergirl is going to be a full action movie. Like I think they're going to be action beats. I think that Supergirl is going to focus a lot on the character of Supergirl and her coming of age girl story, teenage girl, whatever. But all I'm saying is that I 100% believe that the end battle for Supergirl is going to be crazy. And my whole thing is that like if I'm trying to sell you to because look, my job is to get your butt in theaters if I am selling you a movie, right? So if I'm trying to get you in theaters and I don't have that many character drops other than Jason Momoa as Lobo, and then like I don't have anything else other than like cool flying into space tips. If I am trying to sell you on something like the same way that when I make a TikTok clip, like I'm going to take the best part of that clip, right? And make sure that I put it in front. It's the same thing with doing a trailer. I'm like, I should be taking the best thing from my freaking movie, and I should be marketing that to you because my job is to get your butts in seats. And they have all these, algorithms and stuff so that they should know what to put. But like when your fandom isn't happy with your trailer and they're just, coping, like you're not doing your job. So regardless of like what I want, it's like, bro, like your job is to sell me on the movie. And what do most fans want? Dune 3 shows us,
I think you're missing
these clips from Spider-Man have showed us. They need intensity. They need action. They need you gotta feel something, man. And
I think you're miscalculating.
Even the Superman trailer, like I felt something watching that trailer, dog. Like, so that's all I'm saying when it comes to trailers and stuff like that.
You're miscalculating. Fans aren't not happy about the trailer. Is not going to matter either way. That's the point I'm trying to say. Even if they showed you intensity and you didn't get intensity, you're still going to be mad about it. What the fans are really mad about is the product itself, because the movie's not going to offer them what they want. You want intensity in the Supergirl movie, you're not going to get it. You want that intensity in the Green Lantern show, from what it looks like, from what it's adding up to be, you're not going to get it. It looks like it's going to be like some kind of crime detective thriller where he's starting to learn his power. He gets trained a little bit, but he's also trying to figure out this mystery. That's what it looks like. That's what the trailer shows. So it's not so much the fans aren't happy about the trailer. It's they're not going to be happy about the product either way. So let's just go to the heart of the problem instead of beating around the bush. You just don't like the product.
I've spent months talking about the heart of the problem, but all I'm talking about, Dallas, is the teaser. Like everyone knows that I don't want a Supergirl movie. Everybody knows that. But what we are talking about right now is the trailers. The same way that they said, right? The same way that everything DC, we just want this long tangent for no reason. Talking about This dude said he feels like it's hypocritical how people will say this looks good, but at the same breath criticize Superman and Lanterns for looking dull. This is one shot out of the whole entire amount of clips that we've seen where the color grade was different throughout almost every single clip. So this is a dumb tweet. This is something dumb that like you're just trying to cape for Supergirl and Lanterns. This dude's a clown. Okay. Next comment here. Releasing.
Okay.
What's wrong? What?
You just got fried. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. You didn't address it. You didn't address a single point I made, bro. The entire time. All you did was move on. Which is fine. First of all, that ending point that you made, I agreed with initially anyway.
Because
you're looking at it from
Dallas, you have to let him talk. You have to let him talk.
Because
I wasn't finished. Oh, holy
no! Because, bro, all you want to do is talk about the source of the problem. We have spent months, Dallas, on this podcast talking about the source of the problem. You, me, and Carter. None of us want this Supergirl movie, but it's here. So I'm going to critique it because it's here. There was no reason arguing about the source of the problem. But at the end of the day, right? I have an open mind. Like, if the Supergirl movie's good, it's going to be good. But all I'm saying is why would you give us a trailer that is underwhelming? Like, it doesn't matter if the movie is good or bad. If I have a crazy scene, that should be in the like. That's all I'm saying. And
I'm saying, why are you crying about a trailer in the first place?
Because I'm a nerd. That's the whole point of this podcast. Is to be about superhero movies and TV shows and trailers and comics and freaking, like that's the whole point of the show.
It doesn't matter how bad. So if there was a Batman movie, they could give us a mid trailer. They give us a very mid trailer. Doesn't matter. People are still going to show up. There's no point in crying about trailers.
But
and that's why in this initial point I agreed with you. When we read this tweet, that's why I agreed with you.
Dallas,
because the
difference between Batman and Supergirl.
That's the freaking point. Thank you for saying it.
Like,
it doesn't matter about the trailer. It matters about the product.
No, but that's the problem. The product, no one's going to show up for the product. A casual fan's not showing up for the product if the trailer sucks. Like, of course people are going to show up for a Batman movie because it's freaking Batman. He's the most famous superhero out of everybody. Like, and it's like, people are going to show up for Batman. You put out a Supergirl trailer that sucks. No one's showing up for Supergirl. It's going to stick and plop in the box office.
Exactly.
Like,
so if Clayface has the best trailer ever, you think people are still going to show up?
Yes.
100%.
100%. I don't think.
If James Gunn could put together an amazing Clayface trailer, people are showing up. If he can make it look like good, fun, and exciting, and actually get the fans' attention, especially the casual fan, people are showing up.
Now,
the only way he gets people to show up for a Clayface trailer, Clayface movie, is if he shows Batman in the trailer.
Now, exactly, and but that's why we say you have to
do
things that will make fans show up, right? Because if Batman, and he's rumored not to be in this now, but if Batman showed up, would this movie be profitable? Yes. If Batman doesn't show up and if he's not in the trailer, would that be smart? No. And so look, right now, my mind, right, is like, okay, if you announce to me that Supergirl's happening, you have to show me that this movie is going to be worth my time. You know what I mean? And worth seeing. And we have a Supergirl topic. Oh my God, bro. We were just freaking. Oh, I don't think I added the Supergirl topic in here, but it's fine. Oh, I did. But I'm like, yo, you got to show me that this is worth my time, which means you need to give me a fire trailer because and if I get scammed, if I go in and it's mid, then shame on you. But at least you got my money, bro. Because at the end of the day, what makes this world go round and round in the movie business is money. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. It's like you should have a good trailer. You should put your best scenes in the trailer, definitely with the character that's not well known. This should be common sense. Like this shouldn't be rocket science. Like, what made me see Dune 1 when I never opened the book in my life? The trailer was hard, bro. The trailer for Dune 1 was so crazy that I sat through that slouch fest. But I went and read the book, and when I understood what was happening because of the movie, it made me want to go back for Dune 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, trailers do mean something, bro. So, all right. Next tweet here. releasing the brand new day trailer is in clips is like a comically bad idea. Just give us the full thing, unless y'all are scared of what Dune 3 cooking. So, question: do you guys like this clip style thing?
I mean, I expressed my liking for it earlier. Like, I think it's a good idea. Like, marketing wise, I think it was very smart, just because of the fact that it's like when you look at it, like, of course, like Doomsday, like just like we said earlier, it would be dumb for them to do it for Doomsday because Doomsday already has so much hype built around it, and especially since they just did like these like 4 like mini trailer things that they did, like there's so much hype built around it. Like they don't need to do anything like that for Doomsday, but like for Spider-Man, like it's really just like on like the back burner of like what the MCU is putting out this year. So it's like they kind of like have to like this is very smart on Destin's part and all of like Kevin Feige and everybody. Like it was an extremely smart idea going forward. Like, and it's like we have nothing that was in context with what was happening. Now you have people guessing what's actually happening. We're starting to get a little bit of a picture of what things are going to look like, and it's like then when tomorrow shows up, we do get the full picture. Now you get people who can actually put things together, and we actually have context. Now this makes actually people want to watch the trailer tomorrow, and then you get those trailers that have billions of views on it, and next thing you know, everyone's lining up to go watch a Spider-Man movie in July. Like,
How about you, Dallas? What's going on? How do you like? Do you like this clip crap or no?
Personally, I see the point of it. Not really though. I think either way, people are gonna watch. Like, I'll just give me a trailer at this point.
Yeah.
Either way, people are gonna watch the trailer. I don't think the clip gets them. The clips get them more like they may get them more excited for the trailer, but I don't think it brings more people to the trailer. I think either way, people are gonna watch that trailer. It's a Spider-Man trailer. Like,
Yeah.
you don't need the clips. Personally, I'm just not. I personally am not a fan of it, but I don't. It doesn't really harm me. It doesn't really affect me. Like, I'm not against it either. I just don't. I just don't really see the point.
Yeah.
Just give me the
I,
trailer then. If that's
I think that for diehard Spider-Man fans, this works because the only reason why I think this style works for this is because this is a rebirth of Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like this is like a new era for Spider-Man, and I think a lot of fans had a lot of questions and were scared. And I feel like the trailer, I feel like the trailer clips gave people that security. And if this was like 2019, they wouldn't have did this. But I think we're in a new era where like movies aren't doing the best in theaters. So I think Marvel Studios is trying to take every action possible to make sure that this movie is going to be profitable, and that fans are going to be excited. I mean, this movie is 5 months out. I understand they had to get something out for Doomsday, and with Spider-Man, you have the privilege to wait this late in the game to put something out. So as I said, it's not what I would do, but I understand where they're trying to come from. Yeah, if that makes sense. Let's see. What's the last one here? Okay. It's funny to me how MCU fans are glazing that 2-second footage of Spider-Man Brand New Day and saying it looks amazing, but then criticize Supergirl and Lanterns for looking dull and boring. Hashtag noticing. So I wanna say something here, guys. Comparing and I tweeted about this. If you were trying to compare the popularity of Spider-Man with like this is what you have to understand. Other than Batman, okay, it is not fair to put Supergirl and Lanterns up against Spider-Man. There is no chance that either of these movies will ever be what Spider-Man ever will be in history. And so with Spider-Man comes automatic glaze, no matter how good or bad it is. I saw it with Tasman 2. You guys know I hate that movie. I even saw it with the Tasman 1 suit, which I love that suit, but it's not accurate. I've seen it with Garfield, or not Garfield. I saw it with Sam Raimi's trilogy. This is crazy. Like this is, and I had tweeted this too. Like this is 20 plus years of building trust with fans. This is 20 plus years of character building with fans. This is 20 plus years of we got to see Spider-Man on the Avengers. We got to see him with Iron Man. Like Spider-Man is in a whole different playing field than what Supergirl and Lanterns are when it comes to the popularity of the character. So of course fans are going to glaze a 2-second footage of Spider-Man Brand New Day and say it's amazing, and and criticize Supergirl and Lanterns if fans feel that it looks dull and boring, and if it doesn't reach their standards. So I think like in regards to trying to use this or trying to push, the Supergirl and Lanterns thing is nasty. Now, if you were to put Batman here, you might have a valid argument, because Batman and Spider-Man are two of the most popular characters of all time when it comes to superheroes. But Supergirl and adding Supergirl and Lanterns here to me isn't really a fair assessment. And what do y'all think, guys?
Yeah, it's not like, just like as you said, like Spider-Man's way bigger of a character than the both of them, than like Green Lantern and Supergirl are. So it's like you can't really compare when there is no comparison to really go off of, especially with how bad like DC movies, and I mean, I guess like the only good DC shows were like The Flash and Arrow, and like I guess you could say like Superman and Lois, but like
Legends of Tomorrow. Stop it.
okay, either way,
And Smallville. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but like it's like DC has had a bad rep with their like on-screen stuff, so it's like there is no comparison when it comes to Marvel's on-screen stuff and DC's on-screen stuff. Now, if we were talking about comic books, that would be totally different. But like, we're talking about movies here, and you can't really compare DC to Marvel at this point. And to be honest with you, at this point, I don't think you could ever compare DC to Marvel.
You mean their live action stuff, right? When
Yes.
you say
Yes.
Oh yeah, comics right now.
Live action. They're animated
because like
comics, like
DC animated was low-key just gas.
Yeah, and
DC
bro,
animated
DC
is
comics
way
are destroying them right now. Like it's like Dallas, it's bad, bro. Like DC is cooking Marvel, like it's terrible. But how do you agree, bro, or no?
I find the Glaze amusing. I will say that. Like I got on the show and I knew Carter was going to be like legit on his knees, like he has bruises and everything from where he's been on his knees the whole day. I'm pretty sure like on break today, Carter was probably crying tears of happiness because he got to see Spider-Man.
I actually didn't have a break.
Oh well, typical slave being.
I did it during my work shift.
Oh okay, yeah, definitely that. So yeah, Carter was on his way. Carter was crying and he was on his way to work. So I will say I find the Glaze amusing, but I also I agree. Like that is just you just can't compare like Green Lantern and Supergirl to like Spider-Man. It's just really embarrassing that you would even try to do that. And the fact that like DC fans, like DC, not even DC fans, like the regular DC fan isn't doing this. I mean like DC, like I don't even know what they are. Like they're just instigators. That's all they are. They're just instigators. Like the fact that you're doing this is like really embarrassing. And you're low-key like bringing more shame to DC than you are like helping.
So another thing that they did too, I saw was that they put up a picture of Pattinson Batman, Corn Sweat Superman, and Tom Holland Spider-Man, and they said our trio. They said the main big three of heroes are getting done right, and someone made a second image and X'd out Superman.
Oh no.
Now, in what world is Superman a part of the big three? You guys know I love Superman. I read a bunch of Superman comics. When has he been a part of the big three in live action? Yes, he's one of the OGs, but do you guys think question? Question though. Do you think that like MCU Iron Man and Cap are bigger characters than Superman, like movie wise?
Yes,
movie wise, yeah.
But like, I don't think they were talking about like just movie. I think they're talking about like straight up, just like superhero wise. Like, I don't think they're talking about like movie wise. Just because like I don't think like, let's be real here. I don't think anyone's really gonna be saying like Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man are a part of big three when like we haven't. I mean, people glaze the Dark Knight trilogy, so like
yeah, that trash trilogy.
But like even like Superman,
definitely.
like I mean, if anyone comes up to me saying that they like Man of Steel, like I'm kind of whatever opinion you have after that kind of takes like a zero weight. But like I think he was talking about more from like a superhero standpoint, like overall, because I did see those tweets earlier, and I was like, movie standpoint, like I could see like why like he was saying like now like the big three like is getting their like time, but like it has to be from a superhero standpoint. It can't be from a all-time movie standpoint. It just can't be.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we just spent an hour talking about Spider-Man. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, look, I know some of you guys aren't into fantasy, but sorry. We got a fan base to reach, man. We're about to talk about Dune, man. We're gonna talk about Dune real quick. This has been, the
Robert
internet.
Pattinson looks chipped.
Yeah, he looks crazy. Um, would it be fair to say the internet broke over this or no?
No.
Yeah, I don't really
What?
think the internet. I don't really think the internet broke over Dune, but this trailer was amazing. Great trailer. It was funny because last night somebody put out a tweet saying like, "Yo, the trailer was amazing. Doomsday might be cooked, etc., etc." So the trailer dropped, and
Look what I just sent. Look what I just sent.
you said it's about Spider Man.
Yep.
What is it? Oh, so he's spying on him, being a weirdo. Okay, so as we see here, I just want to go over a few
What did
shots.
you send?
It was just Peter looking at Ned. Nothing crazy. It's literally like a 2 second clip. It's kind of
Well, Carter does in his free time anyway. So yeah.
the guy in the chair, right? Okay. So right here we see a picture of our passing at Skytel in Dune 3. If you guys don't know, Skytel is basically one of the guys that's plotting against Paul Atreides. We also get a first look at Paul Atreides, right? His head shaved. He's aura farming. We get to see a pic during, I think it's called Dallas. It's called the Holy War, right? Like the Holy War.
Yes.
Yeah, we get to see a image of horror, which is very interesting because, like, in the books, they kind of graze over it. Like, they don't really. A lot of stuff happens off books, so it's going to be interesting seeing, like, seeing it happen in real time. We also get to see Dallas's the love of Dallas's life, Anya Taylor-Joy, as Aaliyah in Dune Part 3. She's the sister of Paul, and I think that Dallas, and I do think she's a big reason why they did the 17-year jump, so she could be close to an adult, and she's gonna be very loyal to Paul, which and I'll just leave it at
Wait,
that.
you said what?
Hmm?
You said close to an adult?
Yeah, okay, so it'll be 17 years, right? So
I
she'll be
take
like,
back everything I just did.
no. Like I'm pretty sure she should be like 18 or 19.
Nah, he got caught.
Yeah, he got caught up.
Whoa.
Live,
Oh,
too.
I didn't know. I did not know that. I did not know that. I did not hear that part. Low key, she
Oh.
chips. I don't like her. I never liked her. She
I'm
gone.
not the biggest fan of bits and pieces of trailers, unless the all right, yo, Hugger Money. I will answer this after we are done going over Dune. We also get a look at is Zendaya as Chani. I do think this top thing, Dallas, is a dream. I don't think this is a vision that Paul's having of the future. I don't think like he's having it yet in real time. The bottom is I think in real time. We also get a look at Jason Momoa as Height. Now, a lot of people are like, how did he get raised from the dead? And spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear a spoiler, just leave in 3, 2, 1. He's like basically a clone. So and we're gonna see a lot of like cloning, which will be kind of weird. And what's interesting is that he's technically like was made to kill Paul, and Paul knows it, but he still keeps him around because he's kind of lonely. And then we also get a bunch of, these are just a bunch of cool shots I saw on Twitter that I went and saved a bunch of cool shots and stuff from Dune. So I think the trailer's good. I think it showed a lot. And I obviously think that, like, there's going to be a lot going on in this 17-year gap. So what do y'all think about the Dune trailer? And, like, are you excited? Obviously this comes out in December. So, there's going to be a lot of who is typing or something?
Carter, only one
Bro,
who's banging around on
bro,
stuff.
on your lap.
Oh my gosh, bro. Get a
Hey,
life,
ADHD
bro.
boy.
Oh my goodness, I can't.
But yeah, so
Wait, hold on. Time out. You're talking?
who, me?
Yeah.
I know I got ADHD, but I don't be tapping stuff. So question.
Maybe you were.
So question though. How do you guys feel about the Dune trailer? Give me some takeaways about, from when you watch it. What are you excited for? Like, let me hear y'all thoughts on Dune. Dune Part 3.
I go first, or Carter.
You got it.
I'm super excited. I love Dune. It is my favorite series of all time. I am super excited to see what he does with this, how he goes with it. I wonder if he's going to keep it accurate, or if he's going to go with some random spin-off like the Cursed Son did, Mr. Brian Herbert, who ruined the series. I hope he doesn't take anything that Brian Herbert does or did, and I hope he just completely ignores everything that happened. And I'm really excited. I think Dune is one of the most like it is just leaps and bounds above like creativity wise. Like Dune has so much depth to it that like they could do so much more than 3-part movie series. But I'm super excited to see what he does or how what angle he goes with it, or if he stays true to the material. I'm super excited. Super excited. Really.
I mean, I will say I'm very excited to watch the third one. Um, and like going forward with it, like, yeah, I mean, I'm watching it like a week after it comes out. I'm not even gonna lie, I could care less.
Yeah, because of Doomsday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm watching Doomsday that whole week before.
Yeah, like
What?
Danae. So I'm probably going to see both on the same day, and mostly because Dune is an IMAX. So I'm probably gonna go watch Doomsday, and I'm probably going and watch them back to back, both in IMAX.
Pause.
Well,
Did you just say
actually,
you're watching Doom the whole week? Like you're watching it every day?
you said Doomsday. Oh yeah, bro, we all are. Well, not you, but
Who's
I am.
we?
Me, and Carter. But
Why are you watching it every day?
bro, I've done that since like Black Panther, where I
I'm
watch
doing
it
the same
Friday,
thing with
Saturday,
Spider-Man.
Friday,
Like
Saturdays.
two or three is enough, bro.
No,
No, it's not.
bro,
I watched Superman in theater 6 times.
bro,
That's Loki sad, bro.
bro. I saw Endgame 24 times in theaters.
Superman was not that good, bro.
I
Superman
saw
wasn't good at all.
Fantastic Four
But
in theaters 4
Endgame was
times.
fire.
Yeah, I saw Fantastic Four. I think 9
That's
times in theaters.
disgusting. That's a disgusting amount of times to see one
But
bad movie.
but anyways, let's not get.
Doomsday's gonna be fire.
All right, let's not get on tangents. Let's please stay on Dune. As I said, I do want to see Dune in IMAX, and I think that Dune, like the thing about Dune is that and by the way, Dallas, I do think that after this they should stop because Denis Villeneuve really can't do any more after this, mostly because bro is going to be in he's doing James Bond after this, so Denis Villeneuve is going to be off. Huh?
Who's Chalamet or?
No, Denis Villeneuve is directing the next James Bond film.
Oh,
So
okay.
so I don't think that they should go forward because whoever takes it, I think is going to butcher the story. And plus, because Denis Villeneuve is making a bunch of changes, and I understand like trying to do, and they're probably going to go for it because it all depends on what Dune 3 does. I have some fears on if it's going to make anything or not, but or make what they expect because both movies to me kind of underperformed in a way. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. But so I think Denis is going to give us an amazing movie, and I think that Timothy is going to do a heck of a job the same way that he's done, in all of the other Dune films. So I do have a lot of confidence that this movie is going to be good. I just wonder if like the mass wide, like I wonder if the mass fandom is going to care because it doesn't seem like they cared as much, and it's like I understand like Timothy Chalamet's like Dune to me, at least in my opinion, Dune 2 got more love when it went to streaming rather than in theaters. In my opinion. And look, I know it made over 600 mil or whatever, but I saw like a lot of memes going up when he went when it went to streaming. So but with the intensity that we see in this trailer, they might cook. But I also haven't seen tweets of like I can't get through Dune 1 because Dune 1 is a snooze fest if you don't understand what's going on. Because they sacrifice and someone put up a post saying they were like is Dune going to be legendary like the Lord of the Rings trilogy? And I said I don't think it can because of the snooze fest that the first one was. I feel like it hurts the trilogy in a way. I feel like they sacrificed the movie to world build. So I don't think it will be up there, but this will be a really good 2 movies that I think a lot of people are going to go and rewatch because I rewatch Dune Part 2 very often. Not every week, but I at least watch it like once a month. So, Dallas, have you seen Dune Part 2 or no?
I started it. I didn't finish it yet.
Wow, bro. Yeah, you were definitely gonna love that movie. So, yeah. Now, while we're here, I want to get into the next topic here about Dune and Avengers Doomsday. So, do you guys think that it is stupid to compare these two?
Yes, very much so.
Let me hear y'all minds on why either you think it's a good decision to compare them to, or why it's stupid.
All right. So my reasoning for why I think this is stupid is just because of the fact that it's like, okay, these are two different types of movies. Like, and the fact that like people are genuinely trying to make a comparison for something that's like it's completely different. It's like the second when people try to compare second Barbie and Oppenheimer. Like it's not to that like degree, like because like those are completely different. But like, bro, like when you look at this, like you have sticking Dune, which is like a whole fantasy world that has like a bunch of like different things going on. But then like you have Doomsday, who is about all superheroes and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, is more known by the general public than Dune is. Like there's just like there is no comparison at all with it. Like you have superheroes and a fantasy world with that was made from a book that, to be honest with you, majority of people who probably watched the movie never read the book in the first place. Like, and it's like, even for you, Stevie, like you didn't read the book until after you read the first one. Like, it's like there's just no comparison. Like one's loved because they actually know it. Well, not I mean I say actually, but like they know it. The other one is just people just started watching it randomly. Like it's just stupid. Like they're just not the same at all.
Yeah. Hey Dallas, how you feel about it, bro?
I think it's also stupid. I also agree with Carter. I think it's stupid. I just don't see how you can compare the two. I mean, also like Dune doesn't have a foundation, and by that I mean like I would say Dune has people that like the movie, but I wouldn't say it has like a fan base. Like Avengers has put out enough content to have a fan base. Dune just has people that like the movie and strongly advocate for it. I don't think it's the same.
Yeah, that's a great take, and I agree with both of y'all, man. You know, I think it's unfair to compare Avengers to almost anything, mostly because they're the first, they're the biggest scale live action cinematic universe that we've ever seen. So, I think they're the standard. So why would you hold the standard to, all of these types of projects where they haven't reached the peaks that Avengers Doomsday has? I would say the closest thing to Avengers Doomsday is you would say Avatar, right? And you could argue that Avatar hasn't put out. I'm like talking about as like success, and Avatar
Okay.
hasn't put out as much movies as obviously the MCU. So yeah, I just think it's unfair to Dune to even put that. Now we're going to read some tweets about for some Glazers. So let's read this first one. Okay, she said, "I can watch Dune movies again and again and again. Could you do the same with Avengers? Just a doubt."
What?
That's atrocious.
So take away her internet access, bro. Take away her internet.
Yeah, this
Some
is
people
her
just don't
name
need
is
to be touched.
Flodicy Flora. Next one. Okay, so there's a guy I follow. His name is Jeremy, and obviously commented. He said, "An Avengers movie with a huge budget that is perceived to have underperformed against a third Dune movie that was on the release date first is sort of a misstep that gets a newly appointed CEO fired, throwing shots at the Disney CEO." This guy Connor commented, "It's making at least double what Dune makes. Not sure where people are getting the idea Dune will do more. That's just not happening." Jeremy said, "Dune will be on IMAX. Avengers won't be due to Dune having the day first." And then the homie said, "Dune couldn't even outgrow a bad Thor movie." That didn't even release in China. We are talking about a Avengers movie here. Homie didn't respond back.
Wait, hold on. Time out. There's no shot. Bro said Dune will be an IMAX. Avengers won't. Brother, you're telling me they're not putting Avengers Doomsday in IMAX?
That is true. Dune will be
What?
IMAX in the first couple months, but
Doesn't matter though. Avengers has the world.
yeah. So it doesn't
You're not
matter.
wrong with that.
Yeah,
But
it doesn't matter because number one, like there's not that many. Like I mean, there's a lot of IMAX theaters, but not everybody goes to IMAX. Like I don't even go to IMAX. You know what I mean? Like I go to Cinemark, West Town, and People's Plaza. You know what I mean? So like there's so many types of theaters.
bro,
And
not be going to West Town.
Bro, it's the poor theaters.
I do now.
Let's say,
But
bro, remember that theater we went to for the Minecraft movie? Some random
He was in the hood, bro. He was in the hood.
Bro, Stevie said, yo, let's go to the movies. I was like, all right, bet. Bro, I showed up, bro, taking us straight to Wilmington. Like,
Bro, it was
yo.
bro because all of the other ones sold out. But yeah, this dude's Jeremy, bro. And then your background is Avengers
nah.
Doomsday. All right, so how is your background? The background from Avengers Infinity War. By the way, AI face, bro. Like come on, bro. You got an AI face trying to talk crazy, bro. Come on, dog.
Manabite.
Let me see what he look like, bro. Look. You even post yourself, bro. If you have the AI your face, bro, you just chips, bro. Come on, dog. Stop it, man. Level up, bro.
Hey, we at Lureverse do not attack personal image. We attack content of character and idiocy and brain content.
Next quote.
We attack intellect.
Yeah, and intellect would tell you to cop in the gym and not AI. Okay. So next tweet here. They said took 22 films just to get to Endgame. Meanwhile, Denis Villeneuve rocked up and made 2 blockbuster movies on source material that was considered impossible to adapt.
Wouldn't call it blockbuster, but okay.
Yeah, they didn't make that.
Hold up. It took 22 movies to get to Endgame. Meanwhile, all right, brother.
That's actually a flex. To be able to drop 22 movies to keep people interested throughout the entire series is low-key a flex. What are they talking about?
That's what I'm saying. This how is it like, bro? And then my arch enemy. Oh my gosh, bro. Rob Liefeld,
yo, Dallas. Do you know about this dude?
No.
Bro, he is the biggest Deadpool glazer you will ever
meet. No, bro. He made him.
I understand that, bro, but you don't gotta glaze him that hard, bro.
All right, so look. So this guy, Dallas, he created the Deadpool character, right? And basically during Deadpool and Wolverine, he got mad because
he didn't get invited to the party or something, right?
Yes, but
yeah, I know.
He didn't get invited to the other party with like Ryan and Hugh Jackman and plus they didn't even use a story that he wrote, you know what I mean, for the actual film. And so ever since that day happened, he hates on Marvel every time. So he said Doomsday needs to move. Doom 3 is fire. The cast is the hottest list in the industry. My daughter and her friends are going to see these cats. Advantage Denis.
Bro said another delusional bot boy.
and so I made this with AI of him crying.
It's not funny, bro. It's not funny.
Somebody laughed on my Instagram. But look, this guy Rob, man. But look, this guy Rob, man, he's always been a hater, bro. And anybody that gets an edge up on the MCU, he just starts to hate. So it's nothing new, bro. It's nothing new. All right.
I will say though, their cast might be like the hottest cast. Might be. They got some powerhouses.
Oh, I mean, bro, Robert Pattinson, Florence Pugh. Come on, bro. Yeah, they are cooking.
Anya Taylor-Joy, like.
She's
a great actor, so I don't know what you're talking about. That's all we're talking about.
She's good. She's good.
No, they do have an elite acting cast.
Yeah,
like
she definitely murdered, bro. And Peaky, bro, she definitely murdered, bro. Like
she killed that film, bro. Like she killed her role, bro.
Yeah, she murdered.
And if you've ever watched Queen's Gambit, bro, one of the best shows I've ever watched, bro.
Is that on Netflix?
Yeah. It's about chess. I don't think you'll like it.
Perfect. I definitely won't watch that trash. Okay.
Did y'all watch the Peaky Blinders movie yet?
No,
not yet.
It comes out.
It's Stevie, bro. Because freaking Stevie.
It comes out on streaming in like 3 days.
Yo, you sold, bro.
Bro,
Stevie sold you, Dallas.
I know, bro. We were supposed to go see it in like West Town or something.
Yeah, and I just never went and got the tickets. Okay, now let's see. I'm not the biggest fan of bits and pieces of the trailers unless the trailer is at least 2 minutes, 30 seconds long or more. As a huge Green Lantern fan, I can say comparing Spider-Man to Green Lantern superheroes is dumb facts. How bad do you think Doomsday will overshadow Dune? We might forget that Dune exists for real. It's dumb comparing actually no, because the cinephiles will go crazy.
Time out, Stevie, time out. What are you doing?
What?
You're doing a bunch of thank yous over there.
No. I'm just no, because my seat's like super wobbly, so I'm like kind of like
working. Okay.
No. Okay.
It's dumb comparing the two.
All right,
is because it's two different types of movies. Plus, the MCU has 15 years of history, and then you add in all the Marvel movies before the MCU. That's over 20 years. Exactly, bro. It's just it's ridiculous to compare these two. Okay, now let's get to this quick crash out. So, Grant Morrison, one of the a legendary uh DC writer, he's more responsible for basically. So I'm pretty sure he wrote the first Damian Wayne story that was DC canon. There was a Damian Wayne story that came out before called Son of the Demon, but I don't think that's canon to DC, and it was kind of a standalone story. And so this is what Grant Morrison, he crashed out about Lanterns, and he said the show might even be good, but how much better could this stuff be if studios were willing to hire the right people for the job instead of phoning their embarrassed friends to water down the source material? And this wasn't just about, Lanterns. He was crashing out just about like in general about how like when people take adaptations, they want to do their own thing, and they just say like screw what's been done with the people that have created this stuff. Do you guys agree with this take? And sorry, hold on, real good. Just to add more context. And this all comes from one of the main writers on here, David or Damon, whatever his name is. His last name is Lindelof. Fun fact: he's a legendary screenwriter, but he was slated to write the new trilogy for Star Wars and got taken off because he wanted to kill off Rey, so he got fired. But anyways, so what?
That's crazy. Bro decided they were like, no common sense here, bro.
Yeah, right.
Cooked, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, bro. So with Star Wars, his full plan was to make Rey super old and then make her die of old age, and then like leave it to the new age of Jedi, and then bring back Adam Driver, I think. And then they were like, yeah, you're fired. The actual right thing to do. But anyways, so there was a clip that went viral of he was getting interviewed about Lanterns, and he basically said that he took out the green because it's stupid, and that's why Grant Morrison crashed out. So what do you guys feel about that and about Grant, talking about how like studios keep hiring people that don't care and want to crap on the source material?
Like, so here's my biggest thing. Like, what I remember when like it was like 2 months ago, you were talking about how like people were crashing out because James Gunn came out and said like, I think it was Supergirl. Like, he wasn't going to adapt like the entire Supergirl story. Like, he wasn't going to go like page for page about Supergirl. And it's like, I don't understand why people necessarily crash out about that, because it's like, even like with the Invincible show, like people love Invincible. Like, if you watch it, like there's only one person I know, but like we can't, he don't count, that doesn't like Invincible. Like, and it's like, and it's like,
Cola?
no, it's
Brendan, bro. He said it's trash.
Oh my god.
But like if you look at it, like even Invincible, it doesn't like, not everything in there is straight from the comics. Like, they made their own storyline. Robert Kirkman just came out today and said he made his own storyline. Like, and it's like stuff like that needs to happen, because the comic books aren't going to be perfect in every single way. Just because it was in a comic before doesn't mean that it was good. Like, and it's like going forward with this, like Grant Morrison kind of just needs to like shut up and just watch whatever's going on, because like, bro, you can't rely on everything to go page for page from whatever somebody wrote, because not everything they did was good. Like, for instance, like what's his name, Jonathan Hickman or Scott Snyder's Batman. Like, I love his Batman run. DCKO, I love DCKO, but like not everything that was in there was good. Like, there's some things that like on-screen adaptations, like I would be perfectly fine with if like they switched a little bit. Like, and it was like small little things. Like, and it's like, and that's what these comic book writers and like even like these like huge comic book fans have to get over. Like, I love reading comic books, but like at the end of the day, I don't want the movie adaptation to be one of what the comic book said or what the comic book did. Like, no, it's just gonna be boring, because I'm just watching what exactly happened in that comic book. I want to see something different going on, but you're still keeping the main lore and the main story, what's going on. Like, you can add some little critiques and differences into between what's going on. And that's why Invincible is doing so well right now, because of the fact that they're adding little critiques and differences from what the comic failed at.
So I kind of agree with you, Carter, and I kind of don't. I do agree that I disagree in the fact that like I believe that writers often with these adaptations they go too far and they decide to make something completely different. We saw that in Star Wars with the Acolyte, where she just made up lore and decided to do her own thing. That was completely imbecilic thing to do, and it was really bad. It was horrible. We're probably going to see that in Chronicles of Narnia, where they're just going to do their own thing and completely change the lore, and it's honestly disrespectful to the writers. But when it comes to something like superheroes, I think you can do that to a degree because there's so many different variants of these superheroes. Like there's so many different versions of Batman. There's so many different versions of Green Lantern. So I think you can do that to a degree. So I kind of disagree and I kind of don't. But I think this points to a bigger issue. What did you say the guy's name was? Lindehoff or something?
Oh, the guy that's writing the show.
Yeah,
Yeah, Lindelof.
Lindelof. He mentions in the press conference, or supposedly mentioned in the press conference, that he changed the color because he thinks green is stupid. We also heard earlier in the week that one of the writers or directors said a racial slur or a slur of some sort directed at Aaron Pierre. So I think there's actually something going on in the studio. I think there's a lot of discontentment or uh, just something underneath the surface that we're not fully getting a full picture at. There's a lot going on behind the scenes of Green Lantern that they're being a little too vocal about things in their own personal opinions. And I think that's starting to show a little bit too much.
So I think Grant's right. I think Grant's right for his criticism, mostly because of the fact that I think that I believe that changes can be made in like in the MCU, like changes were made, right? Captain America is definitely not the same Cap as the comics. And now it's funny because I'm reading Chip's Captain America, and I see so many just differences from him and Steve Rogers. Because Steve Rogers in the comics is more of like an angry old man, like versus where like in the MCU that angriness is turned into this like moral optimism that's not really moral. But yeah, I think Grant is right because there are a lot of people that do get picked up to do these projects. It comes off like they don't care about the source material at times, and I do blame Christopher Nolan for this, this realistic, superhero, and we want to make him fit in the real world and not honoring the fantastical, vibes of the show. So I don't think that Grant is mad, and I mean I don't think that Grant is wrong, and I think it's unfair to water down the material from what we are used to. Like fans grew up with that like whenever a Green Lantern would fly, a green glow would a green aura would go like around them. Why? Because it protects them, when they are flying, and there's just a bunch of small things that like why go away from that if fans like that, and maybe it's a weird creative thing, but if you're adapting someone's work, you should want to use that, the same way that when James Gunn did Superman, right? Like he took from multiple comics and multiple stories. So, I'm all for changes as long as they honor the characters and the heart of who they are. And,
Well,
and with the Lanterns teaser, I do think they landed John and Hal, even though there were some things about Hal that I didn't like, like for example, like I didn't like the way that Hal, drove off the cliff. That's not Hal Jordan. And they were just even him like with the alien crab and the Guy Guard and stuff like that's not Hal. But the Hal and John dynamic, they pretty much landed. But there were some things that like, to me it felt like they hated, Green Lantern, and there might be a story edge to it, where it's going to make sense in the show. But based off the teaser trailer that we saw, I understand where Grant Morrison is coming from.
yeah, and I mean, I was saying, like it's okay to go away from it, but like you can't like completely go away from like the lore and everything behind it, like, and it's like I guess like in Dallas's case, like with like the Acolyte, like yeah, they went away from the lore and everything behind it, so like them doing that, like that's horrible on their part, like that's what I was saying, like if there are going to be differences, like they need to be like not necessarily tiny, but like they can't be like anything crazy, like crazy. Like for instance, what's it called? Like how James Gunn did the whole like Superman thing, like with his parents. Like that was perfect. Like that worked.
I'll be honest. I was not the
That'll take,
biggest
bro.
fan of Crypt of his parents being like warlords. I was not a fan of that at all.
That'll take.
I mean, it did play into the what's it called though?
Yeah, but it low key kills Superman's purpose. His whole entire purpose was that his parents sent him to be something greater. Now that that purpose is gone, like who?
It doesn't kill his purpose. It just kills his reasoning. His purpose
Kills what,
stayed the
bro?
same as he
He kills
showed.
his what?
It doesn't kill his purpose. It kills his reasoning.
Yeah, his reason. Yeah, So yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of that movie. And the funny thing is that in the animated, they did the same thing. But I do think that I think they're going to retcon that, and I think they're going to act like Lex Luthor tampered. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. But
Tiny things, tiny changes. Like I do agree. Tiny changes. Like Acolyte was egregious. They changed everything. All they did was steal somebody's world and try to make their own story. Like
Yeah.
Invincible, they're making a tiny change. Like Tech Jacket's going to be gender swapped in the new season. Ugh. And I don't think that's going to be like that's not a breaking thing for fans. So they show a good they are a good example of what to do when you're taking some work and building off of that and adapting.
Yeah.
I don't think Lanterns is exactly that. I think they're trying to like change the character. I'm not like completely against it because I feel like I don't know. I feel like to be honest, I don't know that many Green Lantern fans that would like. I don't know that many. Maybe I'm not in the space enough, but I don't know that many Green Lantern fans that are like I feel like with a character like Green Lantern, you kind of have space to do that, and we haven't seen him on screen that much. I don't see the point of adapting from a comic directly. If we're gonna do that, I might as well just read the comic. And yeah, it's like, oh, it's on screen now. That's cool, but like, I don't know, maybe give me something different because you can. It's a superhero.
So Green Lantern is a little bit different than other characters because of the fact that when Jeff Johns took Green Lantern was kind of in a trash position, and Jeff Johns kind of put Green Lantern in like its prime of stories. You know what I mean? And I have an idea. I have a theory. I'm not gonna try to force on y'all because I've already talked about this, but I do have a theory on what I think they're going to do with the Lanterns, and I'm going to talk about it. Just to force that in there. But
oh my gosh,
but given that theory, anyways, but like Jeff Johns did such a good job with Lanterns that it's like, why would you not die from that story when that's the most popular Lantern story of all time? And Green Lantern comics were going crazy during that time. And like, so there's a lot of Green Lantern sweat fans out there, right? But and I think that when you die from the most popular stories, it makes other fans get like, just imagine if they adapted like Sinestro Corps War, or something like that, or if they adapted the Parallax story, and then we go right into Green Lantern Rebirth, which is what I think they're going to do. Like there's a lot of good stuff that I think they could pull from, even diving deep into why Batman and Hal Jordan hate each other, because in the comics, they don't like each other, so there's a lot of good elements that they could pull from, especially with Green Lantern. I don't think he's like Superman where you can pull from a bunch of different writers, and create your own thing. I feel like if you're going to do Green Lantern, you're going to pull from Jeff Johns, because he made the best story. It's not like Batman or Superman where you got like multiple key stories. All right, now to double back on that, right? Lindelof actually did respond back to this, and I want to read it real quick. He kind of doubled back. He said, I have upset Grant Morrison, which means I have now pissed off most of the brilliant British/Scottish comic writers that I grew up idolizing. To quote the Bard, whatever, this is nobody's fault but mine. He said, I made a dumb joke on a comedy podcast. I'm not going to bob and weave about context. The joke was dumb and the fandom is not. I owe them an explanation and a genuine reflection of my actual feelings. He said, the very first time I appeared on a Comic-Con panel was for the Lost Pilot back in summer 2004. I wore my favorite T-shirt, and I had grown out of my favorite underoos. These being the uniform of Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, Sector of 28114. For a quiet, under-coordinated kid, there was nothing cooler than a hero whose superpower was his imagination. and Green Lantern is not stupid. It is my lifelong favorite color, and I have a questionnaire that I filled out in third grade to prove it. Green is effing awesome. More importantly, more importantly, it would be a betrayal to everyone I worked for and alongside to say anything other than that. I was absolutely honored to be a part of the team that manifested the incredible construct that is lanterns because it was. I was sloppy and careless with my words, ironic considering I care so much about how John and the entire core. I can and will do better to be worthy of the oath. Until then, I'll let the show speak for itself, and I can't wait for you all to hear what it has to say. And that's what you call a double bag. So, Dallas, does
That
that
is
seem?
class.
You said what?
That is class.
100%. I
I
was
wish
happy.
more famous celebrities dealt with their mishandling of, words that way.
Yeah,
Because that just showed a level of class that not many people have.
yeah. I hope that Greta Gerwig has hers prepared after we watch the
Yeah.
Magician's Nephew.
Yeah. No, for real.
But no,
That's gonna be a colossal disappointment.
yeah, man. But we might have to just post a whole episode on that alone. Because Carter might crash out for an hour straight. But I don't want to say Lindelof, props to you. This is a great response. I just want to see the show, man. I want to see the show. Any comments on his response or no?
Carter doesn't know about that level of class, so no, he doesn't have any comment.
Okay. Next topic here. Let's talk about Booster Gold. So there was a rumor going around that Booster Gold was canceled. And when I first heard this, I was like, okay, like honestly, this is a good decision because who wants to see a Booster Gold show like that? Like I just don't see like this. This is giving a Peacemaker. This is giving a what is it, a Creature Commandos vibe, pointless show. Question: are you guys Booster Gold fans? Yes or no?
I could care less.
Never heard of that character before now.
Dallas, you honestly hate him. I'll be honest. If you heard him, you would think he's cringe. Because so this Booster
Let me do
Gold,
some research.
huh?
Let me do some research real quick.
Yeah. So Booster Gold, this show. So they said it was canceled, but then a guy came out saying that it's not. So apparently it's still in development. But as I've learned with the DCU and a lot of movies, and from following movies for so long, usually when something is in development, it's usually cooked. So I don't think we're gonna be seeing it in this genre for a while. So, but the question I want to ask is, do you guys think it's the right decision to cancel this or not?
So he's basically
Yes.
cyborg.
No. So Booster Gold, he was kind of a loser in his future, so he traveled back in time to basically like try to make himself like be a hero because everybody in his future saw him as a loser. But then everybody finds out that he is a loser. You know what I mean? And then his whole base is like
Wait,
him, like
no,
being a hero.
wait. So his power. I'm saying like his power. He stole a suit from a museum and it gives him like all this power.
Yeah.
So he's basically like he's another version. He's a cyborg with a metal suit that gives him much powers.
Well, it's not necessarily.
No,
It's not really so
he can
robotic.
replace cyborg. Is what I'm saying. Like he can replace cyborg as a character.
Not really. I
Potentially.
mean, if I was to compare him to someone, it gives like Captain Marvel vibes a little bit.
Is he a
Like
main member of the Justice League?
no,
Oh,
like,
why are we
I
having
mean,
show?
he's a member, but not like the core. Not the core team.
It's like why?
Like he wouldn't be a founding member. You know what I mean?
So why is he having a show?
And that's my question.
That's the point. Like it makes no sense. That's the point we've been making with James Gunn this whole time.
Yo, Gunn just be like he really just be pulling stuff out his cheeks, bro. Like he really does.
He does.
Like, I don't know what this dude be doing. Like he really does. Like I don't know. He digs in trash cans for storylines that he can like try to make his own. Like,
Yo.
I know he found a Booster Gold like comic one day on one day on the floor of like a subway or something. He was like, one day I'm gonna make this into a movie or a show.
Yo,
He's actually really good.
I low key want to sit in like on like a DCU like meeting, like because like I wonder like is James Gunn gonna walk in one day and be like, you know what? Let's do a Catwoman movie. Like
Yeah.
and it's
Well,
like
Loki, that'd be fire. That'd be fire. Let's not play.
There was already one with Holly Berry. Remember that?
Really?
Yeah.
I need to watch this. Like,
He is gas.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Stevie, get him out of here, please.
But yeah, but I mean, and this, yeah, I just don't understand what you saw from this. I understand what he saw from this. Like, there's no way that this is going to be like, the most successful thing ever. I think it's just stupid. And I've never been a Booster Gold fan. And one of my old friends, Slav, he told me he gave me some comics to read. I just couldn't get into it, bro. He's just not, it's not the guy for me, man. So yeah, focus on A-list characters, bringing the B-listers later, dude. Go mess with the Bat Family, bro, before you bring in a Booster Gold, bro.
I'm not
I
gonna
would
lie.
rather see Power. I would rather see Captain Atom than him, bro.
If you're gonna do B tier characters, you have to do B tier characters. Like, okay, this is gonna sound really crazy, but if you're gonna do B tier characters, you gotta make them hot, bro.
No, I'm not even gonna lie. This isn't even a B tier character, bro. He's like C.
Like Wonder Woman. I mean, not Wonder Woman. Sorry. She's not B tier. Let's go to the MCU. Let's go. Black Panther. I mean, not Black Panther. Oh my goodness, Black Widow. Holy, I had to. It took me a while to get there. Black Widow. Low key, that movie doesn't add much to the MCU. Okay, it doesn't add much. They could have done without it. But the reason why it worked is because it's Scarlett Johansson.
And Florence Pugh.
You're not gonna get away with it with some random male character like Booster Gold. Like, you're not gonna get away with that. They tried to do that with Hawkeye. It wouldn't work. Why? Because it's Hawkeye. Now, you could do that. You can get away with it because it's ScarJo. And I hate to say it like that, but that is the way it works.
Yeah, but I think we're entering an era where like a lot of female projects just aren't going to make a lot anymore because creators online try to ban, like, they should put everything under like feminism, and then it becomes a annoying, pointless political debate. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like if I was going and like I would love female projects, like I would, but because of the way that it is, like I would avoid it personally, just because like
Yeah.
it's just not good for business, and
Well, at
and
this
that's
point, it doesn't even.
hey, go ahead, bro.
I was saying at this point, it doesn't have any ground to stand on. Like, they
Exactly.
released. I don't think Black Widow was one of the first projects they released.
No,
Same for Captain Marvel. Like, Captain Marvel came later, even though it was crucial to the storyline.
he did $1
It
billion
came later
too,
because they needed to build. Because they needed to build like a foundation. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe, bro, that's why the Wanda Vision show has a special place in my heart, because they didn't feed off of it. You know what I mean? Like, it was a pure show based on a character. All right, next topic here, because it's getting late. Okay, I want to talk about the real test for Supergirl. So Millie Alcock, she says Supergirl tells young girls it's okay to be bad and messy, and a lot of people took this, and you know how it is, bro. They started crashing out. Somebody said this is the worst example to tell young girl. You know how it goes. And so I tweeted. I said, "Look, you guys are missing the point." And I made a TikTok about this. Supergirl is a test, and I didn't think about this until I looked at the credits for who's doing this project. So the person that is writing for Supergirl is Anna Noah Guerra. This is the woman that is rumored to be writing Batman: The Brave and the Bold. And so this is a test. We need to be looking at that writing. So I could care less about the directing of the movie or whatever, because I think Craig Gillespie is going to do a all right job. But we need to be looking at the dialogue and the writing of these characters, because this might be the woman. This probably is the woman that is writing our Batman film. And if the writing is terrible, we might be cooked. That's the road test for Supergirl.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. No, I'm not gonna lie. No, we're cooked. We're done. Like, we're not getting out of this, bro. we're getting another year of bad DC movies, bro. Yeah. Like, we're done, bro. Like, there is no saving hope.
I don't get it. James Gunn has really bad taste. Like, he has bad taste in what to produce at what time. He has bad taste on people he picks to support him. He just has bad taste. How has he made it this far?
Bro, honestly, bro, And if you think about it, he was in a better position than Kevin Feige when he first started. All Feige had was Iron Man, Thor, and Cap, and at that time they had no live action, like real live action presence whatsoever. You know what I mean? Like James Gunn has characters that have been in the spotlight, that have done billions of dollars in movies, and bro, it's just not like picking the right stuff, bro. It's kind of weird. So, but that's what I'm watching for when I watch it, bro. I'm looking strictly at the writing, and I'm putting it to the test, bro. So okay, now uh we have two more topics after this. So I wanted to talk about this. This is a really important leg or a really important hill that I've been dying on. I made a video about this months ago, but a lot of people have been at like I've been commenting with a lot of people back and forth about it. Other uh creators, because they just I guess they've never looked at it this way. So this tweet says this: "The Brave and the Bold has become my most anticipated Batman film because of the amount of damage control it has to do. I understand now why they're taking their time with the script. This film's job is to save a Batman from the amount of damage that realism has done to the character." So I do agree that realism has hurt Batman and just DC in ways that we can't fathom. I think that Christopher Nolan, doing a realistic Batman, you guys know I have forever problems with him, and if I saw him, I might have to run the fade because he low key ruined DC for me. and what a lot of people take out of context is that when I say that Nolan is responsible for the future, or he's one of the people that is corely responsible for what the MCU is. What I'm saying is the success of the Dark Knight, the success of the Dark Knight trilogy is what helped Marvel, not Batman and the Dark Knight itself. And I think that because realism sold so well for TDK, DC tried to replicate that in a lot of ways, like Superman, Superman killed Zod, right? And and in all these weird ways that like you either are going realism or you're like just killing your character to push your own narrative. And I think that DC has been into that weird situation, and now with James Gunn, he's trying to rewrite stuff and make it right whichever way he does. Now, the question I want to ask y'all is: do you guys think that realism has hurt Batman as a character? And not just TDK, but also what's happened after Batman with Zack Snyder and with other projects related to Batman, even the Batman, which I'm starting to hate more and more these days. Or do you think realism has done the character well?
I mean, I think the realism aspect has definitely made it bad. Like, and I mean, this is coming from me. Like, I like the Batman Part 1. Like, I really like it. But like, as a Batman movie, like, it's not necessarily good. Just because of the fact that like when you look at like Batman, like why are we trying to make all these characters seem real? Like they're not. Like you wouldn't do that for a Superman movie. Now, granted, like Superman's also a supernatural being from another planet, but like you wouldn't do that for a Black Widow movie. Like you wouldn't do it for a Hawkeye movie. So like why are we doing it for a Batman movie where Batman is the most like popular superhero alive? Like why are we trying to dumb down Batman for other people to see? And it's like even like the Nolan Dark Knight run, like bro, my biggest thing with it is like Christopher Nolan literally just wanted to make an action movie and he just used a Batman skin. Like that's it. Like and it's like yeah, he had Batman Begins which was good, but like the rest of it kind of sucked because it's like look at The Dark Knight Rises. Like it was horrible. Like Bane was okay. Like and even Christian Bale in it, he was like the fighting scenes was horrible. Like you literally had to have Bane break Christian Bale's back in order for the movie to be anything like somewhat watchable. Like and it's like this whole realism point that we have with Batman just because he's a human means absolutely nothing, because if that was the case, then in the comics he wouldn't have any realism. Why are we trying to make a superhero that has no realism in his life at all look real and look like something that could happen today? It can't. Like, Batman's story cannot happen to one of us right now. Like, it just can't. And it's like that's what these writers and everything and everybody has to understand, and these casual fans, is that like Batman is a lot more intense and a lot more crazier than what we've been shown on live action. And that's what people need to get over. The Dark Knight actually sucks. And movies like that, as a Batman movie, cinematically they were good, but like when you look at it as a Batman movie, they're horrible. That's why I really hope that they don't use the Court of Owls in the Batman Part 2. Because if they do, they're going to ruin the Court of Owls in its first time ever being in live action.
I disagree with partially. I don't think that realism has ruined the Batman. I think that their inability to move past that has ruined the Batman. I think you can have a realistic Batman fighting street level criminals and thwarting and being thwarted. Like you can have that, but there comes a time Batman does both. He's not just and it's like you're making like he's not just fighting against gods and otherworldly beings. He is fighting street level criminals. He's doing both. And to produce a good Batman, I think you need to show that he can do both. Batman can get in the mud and get down and dirty and gritty in Gotham, but he also can, you know, out. He can also outwit Darkseid, and he can also, help Constantine as he's trying to fight, demons and extra and spiritual beings. Like, Batman can do both. That's why Batman's great. He is the greatest detective. He's the world's greatest detective. He's Batman. Like so, I think if you're going to show an unrealistic Batman, you have to show both sides. I don't think that realism hurt Batman. I think that their inability to grow the character hurt
So to my point against that, we can all agree Batman's biggest villain is the Joker, right?
Correct.
And in the Dark Knight, they did the Joker horrible because when you have realism, you can't give an actual good story for why the Joker is who the Joker is. The Joker fell into a pit of acid. There is like you can't if there's realism, that's not working. Like, and it's like stuff like that just doesn't work. There's too much stuff in Batman's storyline that just is too fantastical for it to be real. Like, there's just too much going on. And this whole realism thing, it ruins everyone else's view of who Batman actually is. It just it leaves a horrible taste in people's mouth of who Batman actually is, and they're disguising it as something that looks good.
No, I don't think it leaves a horrible taste in people's mouth. I think it leaves a horrible taste in nerds' mouth and like I don't know, diehard fans. I think the average person loves the Dark Knight. The average person loves the Batman. They're very good movies, very enjoyable to watch. I think you're misinterpreting your own feelings because you're such a diehard fan for the average feeling. I don't think that's the average feeling
But a lot of people don't like the Dark Knight Rises because the
because the film's
problem.
terrible.
Yeah, but the reason why it's terrible is because it's so realistic. Look, the problem with realism for a superhero where they're because where their rogues gallery is based in both is that, as you said, you have to have an equal amount of both, but both actually work in tandem together. Because what makes Batman great and what showcases his greatness the best is the diversity of villains that he faces, where he could fight a scarecrow, but then he'll at in the same movie go and fight a Ra's al Ghul. And what happens is when you peak with someone like the Joker, where do you go? Right? You number one have to break him down, which you and I talked about earlier this week. Like you have to break down Batman because you have to make him get down to everyone's level. Because if Batman runs away and is not injured, going into the Dark Knight Rises, he beats the crap out of me. He beats the crap out of all of them. The movie's done in like 10 minutes. So you have to break him down in order to, rebuild him back up. And I would argue that like Batman doesn't necessarily like Batman can take beatings without needing to like re-break him down and make him become reborn as the new Bat, and and all of those things. And that's why when you get the League of Shadows with Talia al Ghul, there's no real there is no real like there is no real like emotion, because the reality is Ra's al Ghul should have came back in Dark Knight Rises, not Talia. You know what I mean? So but you can't really bring him back because you can't use the Lazarus Pit. Because if Ross comes back, it scares the crap out of Batman. He's like, oh my god, like they're here to take over the city and the world, and it makes the stakes greater because now we have this fantasy situation that makes the stakes higher. But when you take that out, it does hurt the story, which is why the trilogy didn't finish out the best way that it can. But when you think about a movie like even with Iron Man 3, I think what hurts Iron Man 3 a lot is because of the fact that like you go from him fighting Loki to like kind of nerfing him to fight the Mandarin. You know what I mean? It's like it kind of just doesn't make sense at times. But then so like in the trailer, if you feel stupid because you're like, he can take out this Mandarin thing in 2 minutes, but what do? They then do this whole extremis, story. So then, there's like a fantastical villain that Tony Stark can't be, that Pepper kind of has to kill. So, realism handicaps Batman as a.
I think it ruins the movie series. I don't think it again, I think you're stopping. Like I think you're getting to a point. It's a good point. I think you're stopping there. Like if the Dark Knight could have been better if like realism did hurt the Dark Knight trilogy. But it could be better if instead of they doing the whole band thing, they did a Court of Owl thing. And they actually did it right. So I think realism hit the trilogy, but I don't think it hurts Batman as a character. You know what I mean? I think you're wording it wrong.
I understand you. I just don't agree. But I get what you're saying though. And I do agree the average fan says that, but the average fan says that because that's all they've gotten. If they get Batman Brave and the Bold firing off at his full cylinder, it raises the bar for Batman. I think Batman has had a pretty low bar in like what they need to be successful. So all right. Now, 2 more topics. These are just for fun. Okay, question: which DC show has to go? Delete one forever. We got Arrow, The Flash, Penguin, Smallville, Peacemaker, and Superman and Lois. Which one are y'all yeeting forever?
Peacemaker. Peacemaker, 100%.
Why?
Wait, did you say Flash?
Which one is it? Is it the one with that girl who's like, "We are the Flash"? Is that it?
Yeah, that's Iris.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I would never be able to sit down and watch that.
Crazy work.
Delete that.
Nasty work.
Dallas, you are one of a kind, bro.
Delete that. I can't stand that. That's disgusting to me. We are the Flash. That gives Amber vibes.
Yo,
like, y'all know how much I hate Amber from Invisible?
Why did Christian just comment, "We are the Flash"?
So, don't even. Christian, No.
Yeah.
We are the Flash ruined the entire show for me. And they show multiple clips of her saying, "It's we, Barry." Like, who are you? Anyway, yeah. Sorry, get rid of the Flash.
Yeah, I mean, Arrow is my favorite superhero show of all time. Flash, first 4 to 5 seasons are goated. Penguin, too realistic but still a great show. Smallville, goated to me. Peacemaker, trash. Superman, Lois, I don't even watch. Tyler Hoechlin is such a weirdo to me. He doesn't come off Superman to me. So, but I would rather watch Superman, Lois than Peacemaker.
I'm not gonna lie. Now, Peacemaker season 1 was good. Now, season 2 was like cheeks.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it, but like I'm like allergic to like these B and C and D list characters. Like it took me a while to even get into like Guardians of the God. I didn't even see Guardians 1 in theaters because I wasn't like interested.
That's disrespectful.
Nasty work.
And then when I saw the first one, I was like, oh, I need to go see a second one.
Season 2 of Peacemaker is the one where like that lady's running through town and all the people are staring like, oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She's black.
I would keep it just for that scene. Like,
yeah, that scene was funny. Okay,
imagine we never got that.
Yeah, right. Okay, now next question: this is the last one of the night. What the heck happened to Carter? Which Batman movie do you like better? The first one is Batman Begins. Second is Batman Under the Red Hood animated. Which one are you choosing, bro?
Batman Begins is mid. Batman Under the Red Hood. Give it to me.
Christian said Red Hood. So this is hard for me because Batman Begins is my favorite Batman movie of all time.
I'll take.
Or I'm sorry, it's one of my favorites. it
Did
was
your
probably-
mic disconnect?
My you said what?
Did your mic disconnect?
No, did you hear me?
Yeah, just you sound like really like echoey.
You hear me now?
Yeah, that was weird. Okay, I wonder if that was a Carter thing. Okay.
So
Carter,
my
also.
favorite movie of all time, Batman movie live action, is Batman Forever. You guys know that. Now, Batman Under the Red Hood, though, bro, that joint is peak, bro. So Carter, which Batman movie do you think is better, Batman Begins or Batman Under the Red Hood?
I don't think any Batman live action is beating a DC animated Batman.
So you're taking
think-
Under the Red Hood easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be a fire take, low key.
Nah, you might be onto something, bro. I mean, and then when you think about the like Son of Batman, Batman versus Robin. Come on, bro. No,
Bro.
yeah,
Batman vs. Robin was gas.
yeah,
But
bro.
DC animated in general has just hit time after time. Like they don't
It
miss.
Did y'all watch the one where it's like Batman Bad Blood?
Yeah.
That joint was crazy, bro.
Fire.
Yeah, I watched I watched the Green Lantern one. It was like Hal's like origin story when he became like the freak. That joint was crazy, bro. When he like took the Green Lantern core power and became like the most powerful hero. It's crazy.
Which one was this?
What?
That one you just talked about.
It's on HBO. It's called Green Lantern First Flight.
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch that tonight.
Bro, it's hard, bro. It's hard. All right, let's see. Kevin Davis said, people say comic book accurate. What they really want to say is keep everything white only.
What? Bro, get him out of no.
Dude, you're trying to catch us, bro. You're not going to catch us slipping. Dune Part 3 wasn't good at all. Beautiful visual.
Stop.
Still was boring. W Rage Bait, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who this guy is, but like, off the rip, like 2 terrible takes.
Yeah, just joining, boys. Is good. What's up, Christian? Let me see.
We're about to
more
end,
chat.
so thanks a lot, Christian.
Nah, he's on TikTok now. He's been for a minute. All right, we're gonna end, man. We hope you guys. First of all, I'm echoing dollars. We hope you guys had a great day or had a great time hanging with us on the pod. We got. Hold on, down. I'm gonna mute you. I'm echoing. Great. We have clips going out tomorrow. Okay, here's what we're gonna do for the Spider-Man brand new day trailer. I'm gonna do like a breakdown of it tomorrow because it comes out at 7:05. So I'm gonna try to wake up like early, so when it comes out, I can do an instant breakdown and get something out at either 9 o'clock or 12. But we'll see what happens. So, but we hope you guys have a great night, man. And we'll catch y'all Thursday. Me and Dallas will be podding Thursday, right or no?
Yeah, more than likely.
Perfect. So and Invincible's tomorrow. Tomorrow is Invincible Day, guys.
Woo!
So next week,
I can shed a tear.
So next week's episode will be about Invincible, all about Invincible. Obviously, there will be other stuff, but the center of our episode will be covering Invincible. So, boys, make sure you watch because and also Dallas and I will be covering the Immortal Man 2 next week for Peaky Blinders as well, giving a review. So, we hope you guys have a great day. Stay crispy and peace out.
See ya.